Welcome back for what I think is probably the biggest night this save has seen so far. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sunday League, to Champions League. I, of course, am Millers, and you join me as we welcome Barcelona to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a terrifying night. What an occasion for the fans. One that every single one would be up for. But it means the absolute world to us in terms of our position in the Champions League. Last time out, obviously, you saw us get beat in Napoli. At Napoli, I should say. In Naples. At Napoli. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, language. You saw us get beat in the Champions League by Napoli. In between there, I have done a game off camera where we went and played Liverpool and we got beat at Anfield. I will say I did rotate quite a bit. 3 of our back 4 were desperate for a rest. I've got this game in my mind, and therefore I went ahead and arrested them. So Coyote dropped out, Cooper dropped out, and Gertz dropped out. They all had a rest. They weren't particularly happy, but nonetheless I did it. I also rested Scariglia, Bozza, and I made a change in terms of putting Amarilla out there on the right-hand side because Flores, obviously, in the last game didn't really do anything for me. I also rested Van de Weeven. Didn't pan out for us. We didn't offer anything. We deserved to get beat. That's the reality of it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for any of you. It leaves us 4th in the Premier League. Again, not my priority, but it's not ideal. Currently getting a C+ from the board, which I think is a bit harsh. Speaking of board, money. They've given us some money for the window. An extra 39 million they've thrown in the coffers. So we've got the best part of 50 million to spend. And that's on the basis that I don't let anybody else go. Because if I do, we get 100% of that revenue too. If I'm honest, I'm not sure where I would spend it in this current squad today. We are having to rotate quite a bit at centre-half still. We are having to rotate quite a bit at right-back and left-back because of the age of our full-backs. Maybe a new right back to help Coyote. Not sure. I don't know. We'll see what the window presents itself. January windows are notoriously difficult anyway, but we'll see. So we've got some money to spend, which is obviously a positive. I've been thinking about this. I think I'm going to be positive. I think that's the only way to go and take on a Barcelona team like this. They're going to sit with 2 holders, one in a defensive midfield position and one with that volante role to push forwards. But they're not playing wide at all. So I think that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to be positive. We're going to go and attack this game and see just where we can get to. Obviously, we're in the position, though, where we don't have a left winger to speak of, which is terrible. So let's think about how we're going to overcome that. Gertz could potentially do it for me, you know. In terms of his ability, I think he could. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to double up on that left-hand side. I'm going to put him out there. And what we're going to do is where are my left-footed centre-halves? There we go. There we are. We're going to move Tedesco out there, Rosa over there, and then Cooper is going to come back in his familiar position and play centre-half for me. There we go. Coyote, full-back. Scariglia, in you go. You're going to swap over there. You're going to play in that holding role for me. Bozza, in you come. And then Van de Weeven is going to go up top for me. Where are you, Jason? There you are. You're going to go in there. What are you telling me? Yeah, I understand that. I get it. But I think he can do this job for me. And it'll be a really interesting piece of work to see if he can do that for me. I'd like to just bring him back a little bit further. Just really to try and combat the fact that they're playing 2. So I want him to try and play in that pocket for me. And maybe just allow him a little bit more room to go and press. All right, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm really hoping that we can use the width, all right, not go through the middle, play through the width, and really try and reach the players out there on those overlaps to go and attack. We're playing wide, and then we're going to work the ball into the box, and we're going to be positive about it. all being well, this is how I'm going to combat Barcelona. In about 5 minutes' time, in about 5 minutes' time, it's all going to come crashing down on me. And I'm going to say, yeah, I was absolutely wrong. Who are you supporting? Amarilla. Okay, fine. Something about a team talk I did wrong. They don't like me very much, this group right now, which is disappointing when you think about what we've done. But there we are. Right. What a massive game. I'm getting to go head-to-head with Xavi. I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? This lad, a fat lad from up north, that's come from Curzon Ashton to manage Tottenham Hotspur in a game against Barcelona in the Champions League in the opposite dugout to Xavi. Wow. Oh, okay, right, let's go and give this a go. Loads of praise from the media. Make sure you use it. Make a difference for me. Make a difference for me. I think I'm onto something here. I'm telling you. I think I'm onto something. How important is the first goal? We're in for a close match. Yes, he's been in good form, deserves loads of praise. How's the mood in the camp? They're a confident bunch and they believe in themselves. There's the music. Goose pimples as you walk out. Scariglia nice and deep on this occasion. Let's hope he can do a job for me and knows what's expected of him. Particularly with that forward four. They're playing a box. And we've got to make sure we're in and amongst that box. We can keep them busy up there. We've got to have a go. We've got to have a go. Out they walk against Barcelona. The famous Barcelona kit walks onto the pitch at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Champions League with Millers looking on in a dugout next to Xavi. Crumbs. Moments. We're underway. We are underway. Put your predictions in the comments. None of you will. I get about one comment a video, so ambitions. But it'd be nice. I'm going to try and win this game. All right, that's what I'm going to try and do. They've had more of the ball. I'm relatively okay with that. We've had more chances because we've just had two. We've had 2 chances with 2 shots on goal, and we've hit the target both times. We didn't get to see them, but we are creating. Quiet, very, very quiet. We're on the ball. Coyote, both players on that right-hand side booked, which isn't ideal. Scariglia plays wide. Bozza, Van Duyven, Gertz is on the run. Gertz is through. Oh, I tell you what, that was very close, wasn't it? Vink on the ball for Barcelona. He's out deep. Well in from Scariglia, wins that ball. Van Duyven, if the switch was on, if it was there, Gertz is running at his man. He's going to look to box it if he can. He has done. Jason Van Duyven has just scored and put us in the lead against Barcelona. What a moment for Van Duyven, but more importantly, what a moment for Millers as Gertz breaks forward like a true winger. Thoughts? Genius. Look at that. Takes his man to the byline, stops it and pulls it back to find Van Duyven as we take a 1-0 lead. Everybody stay calm. Message to the players. Chill. I probably need to too. Okay, let's keep the thing now. Tedesco inside to Moreno as he looks to stride forwards. Finds Bozza, then on to Gertz. Gertz is in the box again and he's had a shot. It looks like it was pushed over as we get a corner. Amarilla on the right-hand side. Again, that yellow card is troubling me. Swung in, trying to find Rosa, but it's flicked away. The ball will do it, and it runs out for a throw. We've had the best chances in this game by a country mile. They've had 1 shot with none on target. They're going to try and come at us in the second half, though. We have to be mindful. We have to be mindful. Let's have a look. Don't let your performance levels drop. Don't let your performance levels drop. You're doing fantastically well. Happy with your playmaking efforts. I absolutely am. He's doing fantastic. Happy with your effort in the final third. I'm just trying to gee them all up. Massive. Barcelona have made a change at half-time. Estevio's come on. They've changed shape. Interesting. They've changed shape. So they've gone with a 4-3-3 almost, with Clem looking to hold. Sorry, not Hleb. Clem played for Arsenal, possibly in the early 2000s age. Approaching the 70-minute mark. How are we looking? There's a lot of players that are looking tired out there, but I'm terrified about making a change. Coyote looks knackered and he's on a yellow card. I'm probably going to make a change in 80 minutes. There it is. Ross O'D's going to come on. That gives us four centre-halves, across the back four as we look to try and provide height and strength in there. Looking really, really strong. Amarilla hasn't really offered anything. Moreno's looking nervous, as is Scariglia. Chrissy Rigg, you're going to come on for Moreno. Bit more legs in the centre of the park. Do a job for me. And then Flores, where are you, son? Is it going to be Flores? Is it going to be Flores? Yes, it's going to be Flores. I'm going to give him another chance up there on attack. I am super nervous. Can you tell? Speaking very quickly. 83 minutes. Goal kick to Barcelona. They're going to look to play out in the true Barcelona style. Bernal strides forwards, looks to have beaten Rigg. Ansu Fati, he was offside. Surely he was offside. Where's your flag liner? For the love of God, man. 85 minutes. Again, another goal kick to Barcelona. Holt plays it forwards, but Rigg wins the ball back. First time clip from Flores. I think that was the wrong decision. Ansu Fati looks to cut inside. Captain of Barcelona. Vink inside to Clem. Can't say that name. Looking to work an opportunity, and he has. And he's fired wide. I'm probably going to drop us back to balance now because I'm terrified. Barcelona have had 2 chances. We've got a goal kick. Played short to Cooper. Can we play around Barcelona now? Rigg fired out wide to Kurtz. Inside to Scariglia and back to Rosa as we look to rotate. Gertz. Loose ball. Founds Lucas. Ansu Fati. Shot from distance. Another test. Crumbs Barcelona are pushing. We're going to take off Gertz. I can't make any more subs because of maths. Superb performance. We have just beaten Barcelona in the Champions League at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a night for the lads. Outstretched arms. A superb win for us in reality. I'm going to give Barry Gertz a real big hug, I think. A real big hug. Outstretched. Outstanding in a very unfamiliar role. Brains. Mark, how can I help you? Have you got a beer for me? You get the win you were after, but it wasn't a smooth ride. Yeah, honestly, never believed for a second that we were going to. I did. I was under pressure. I don't know. My confidence was shaken. I wasn't shaken. Yeah, absolutely. We, strong, mentally strong, and we are the only team to have taken points off Barcelona there as we move into third again, having played 6 games and got 13 points from the offering. What a night for us. What a night. Inbox, what's everybody saying? 2.4 million. More fitness concerns. Just so you know, I'm not telling fibs when I have to rotate. That's the reality of it. Van Dweven, yeah, okay. Well, you did well. Listen, you bagged. And I'm delighted for that. Thank you for that goal. Okay, I'm going to need to take a minute to settle my ass down. We're going to play another game shortly on this episode. We're going to play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, which means I'm going to go away and play these 2 games off camera. I'm probably going to rest against Everton. I may well rest against Crystal Palace, if I'm honest, and we'll try and get something out of this game if we can, as then we look to kick on through Christmas. Bear with me. I'll be back shortly. Okay, I've calmed down now. I'm back down to earth. Right, let's catch you back up on what's happened since you were away, right? So, we beat Barca. So, that happened. And then we travelled to Everton, won 5-3. Really scrappy game. At one point, we looked like we were on the struggle bus. When they equalised for the 3rd time, I had to make a couple of changes. But actually, we managed to kick on it and we got it done in the end, thankfully. Then we came back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, rotated quite heavily, but managed to get that 2-0 win, which was delightful. And to be fair, we really dominated in that game, so I'm delighted to get that win. That leaves us 4th. We've got a game in hand over Liverpool, but it wouldn't take us past them anyway. But we are in and around that Champions League conversation, which is where we need to be. So that's good. We're maintaining our league form, all the while, still maintaining 4 competitions as it stands. Speaking of which, today we're going to take on the current holders of the Carabao Cup, Newcastle, at home in the quarter-final. A massive game. You will have seen, I'll go back. You will have seen that Newcastle are in and around this area of the league as well. So they're not, they're no mugs. And they've got Rossios, who, as a centre forward, is an absolutely fantastic machine. He's doing great. Some of you who've been with us for a long time will remember Oscar Bob. It's not his real name. I can't remember what his actual real name is, and I can't remember how you actually see it. Is it that? Yeah. Robert Trujillo. We had him on loan somewhere, and I can't remember for the life of me where it was, but we had him on loan, and he did okay. He did all right. But yeah, he was a City player for quite some time. Then it was Blackburn. There you go. I forgot we were at Blackburn. That was a shocking period of the career, wasn't it? And then he obviously went back to City, and then Newcastle have bought him, and he's a very good player. And we knew he was going to turn out to be a good player, right? But yeah. So anyway, let's get on with it. Unfortunately, Gertz has been struck with a cold. Coyote has thrown his toys out the pram because I rested him for 2 games, which is really, really annoying. But I suppose the argument that people will have with me is that I didn't tell him I was going to rest him for a couple of games. So I get that. So there we go. I did tell Scariglia I was going to rest him, and he was delighted, and he went and took that rest like an absolute trooper. So he was rested. Amarilla is injured to the point where he can still play, and I'm going to leave him in because I want to go with our best possible team. But we've got to be mindful of his fitness. Montel had a good game last time out, and it's a bit of a kick for him, I suppose, to be dropped again. But the reality is, he is going to be dropped because Bozza is our key player in that hole. And that's how we're going to line up. So we're a really, really strong team. We are going to go and try and win this game, particularly as we're at home. Again, we're going to play positively. And we'll see what we can take out of the game. I'm going to put Tedesco on the bench instead of Malval, because he just offers us that little bit of extra cover on the left-hand side as well, particularly as Gertz is out the side. And that's how we're going to line up. Hopefully, we can go and get the win to take us through to the semi-final. But we will see. We will absolutely see. Lazio have now secured themselves a playoff place as well, by the way, in the Champions League. I'm still desperate to cling on to those top 8, so we go straight through to the round of 16. But one game at a time. Right, what are we saying here to the boys? Our home form's important. Let's go and make that advantage count. Pump our fists, do a lot of joy, make them happy. Pascal, talk to me. Why do you have such a good record against Sergio Conceição? No idea. Do you think there's a psychological advantage by maintaining such records? I genuinely don't think it matters at all. How much will we miss Barry Gertz? This is part of the game, isn't it, Pascal? Borussia Dortmund interested in Ferreira. I won't be discussing transfer stories today, pal. Get out of that one. I was thinking to myself whilst you were away. I wasn't talking to myself, but I was saying... Oh, sorry, I wasn't saying. I was thinking, any of my larger players that you think we could maybe glean some money for, take that, good lad. The likes of Van Duyven, Ferreira, they're likely to go to good teams in Europe. And if they're still in the Champions League, I'm doing myself a disservice. So we've got to be really careful. In terms of who we look to try and release some of these players to. If we can get rid of a couple of players to Saudi Arabia, then maybe that'll work in our favour. But I'm not sure, so we'll see. Amarilla, through, finished. Was he onside? The ref's got his arm up. I don't think he was, if I'm honest. He looked like he went a little bit too early. But we'll see. What's VAR going to say? It's a different screen because it's the cup. Disallowed. I was right. He just went a little bit too early. It's a lovely run. Yeah. Scariglia found him, but maybe we could have done it quicker. I don't know. It's an opportunity. We can see a gap. Let's try and exploit it next time. 4-4-2 for Newcastle. Rossios hasn't started, interestingly enough. I wonder if they've rotated. And I've not. I've gone strong here. And hopefully we can maybe capitalise on that if they have. I don't know their team well enough to say they have. I know Melier's their starting keeper. Let's see. 35 minutes gone. Nothing really of note. We have had the lion's share of possession. Amarilla has had one disallowed. But other than that, nothing. 43 minutes just before half-time. Newcastle have the ball. Looking to try and go down their right-hand side. He's clipped one long and Carbonara looks to be through. He is through. He's hit the beans. Coyote hooks. That's what you'd want him to do in that situation. We've got away with one there as he played a simple ball over the top. Not great. Not great. I assume it's not been good enough. We need to improve. I don't think it's particularly fair to just point at the shooting, but nonetheless, it's what was the option to basically say, do more for me. Coyote, back to Cooper, back to Coyote. Moreno, little triangle, you like to see it. Good, now into space. Bozza, clips to find Amarilla. He's going to run at his fullback. He's going to have to box it. He's not. He's tried to play it back out, and McStay's won it back, but Amarilla's won it back with the help of Coyote. Boxed, Messier takes. Far too close to the goalie for that ball. As he goes long, Cooper comes and wins that. Bozza over the top to Marilla. He's through. What can we do now? He's found Van Duyven, who's netted. There's a call for offside. I don't see how. Amarilla looked to square it for me, so who was off? I don't know who was off there. No one. No one was off. I thought not. It's a lovely little win. The hook, Amarilla was definitely onside, and then it almost looks like he pulls it back, so I've got no idea. Yeah, nonsense. Nonsense call, referee. Is that you making it as well? Because the Lioners flag stayed down. What a shocker you've had. Just after half-time, that's a great little goal to get. 1.34, but Newcastle have got a corner. Frisch will look to swing this one in, and does so. It's found Babadelli, and then Yermakov. No, Babadelli, who scored? Badishili, I should say. Badishili has scored. Not ideal, literally within 5 minutes of us scoring, and he's tapped in his own rebound, really, and we should be closing that down. Marmalade's unhappy, rightly so. We're still strong. What can we do? Newcastle clip, we nod away. Bozza gets the ball and just looks to keep it. I like it. Amarilla inside to Scariglia, who's playing deeper, remember. Coyote into Amarilla and Moreno. Looking to switch now, I would suggest, as he steps inside. Bozza through a gap to a leaf. Can we find corners? He's just pulled that wide. Maybe he should have gone the opposite side to test the keeper because he looked to commit early. Newcastle goal kick. Maybe a free kick, in fact, from where that ball's placed. He's gone long. Cooper's come and won it again. Bozza's on the ball. Strides forwards and finds Amarilla in the box. Fires into the bottom corner. There's no question with that one from the referee. As he's learnt his lesson, Amarilla runs away to the adoring Spurs fans to say, we've done it again. We've taken the lead. Cooper's been dominant in the air. The rest has done him the world of good. And Bozza's done really well. Whenever he's strode forward, he's found somebody, and Amarilla finds the absolute bottom corner. Okay, can we hold this lead now? Amarilla looks like he's given everything. Why would I put Riggy out there? Sometimes Chris Powell, sometimes I despair. 75 minutes gone. We're going to look to make some changes now, purely for a fitness perspective. By the way, loads of players have dropped their, I need first team football. I need first team football concerns. A lot of them have sacked off their transfer requests, which is fantastic to see. Chris Riggs going to come on for Moreno, take that space for me and really try and get some time in his legs. Scariglia is playing well. He was rested for the last game. I'm probably going to leave him out there. And Van Duyven has scored, so I'll probably do the same. Elise had a couple of run-outs. He had 30 minutes in the first game, and then against Palace he played another 60. So I'm going to try and get him the full 90 today. If he can see that out for me, maybe we'll hook him towards the back end of the game. Look, there we go. I'm being told by Chrissy Powell to do it. Amarato goes backwards to Ross. I don't mind. Ross has gone further forwards and missed one out. Chris Rigg, Bozza, bit lax. Looking to find Flores, but didn't. It makes him work back for it now. Van Berg played forwards, but Flores almost won it back from Yermakov, but he's now breaking down that left-hand side. Van Berg back to Yermakov, who's found space, and then fires in. It's gone straight through Marmalade. I'm not happy with that, but I'm also unhappy with that ball out to Flores. It was a hospital pass, and there really wasn't anything he could do about that. He has tracked, but then he lost his runner there when the ball was released. And as soon as he's done that, Yermakov has just towed it by the looks of things. Marmalade protected his near post, but he's furious. Okay, 80th minute. Far from ideal. Far from ideal because we don't really want this to go to penalties. I'm going to pause it there and have a very quick look at who can take penalties in the lineup. Kulusevski strikes me as being a penalty taker. How are you? Penalties 12. Maybe we get you on. David, what are you saying for your penalties? 12. Okay, so we've got one or two that we could probably do with getting on the pitch. Bozza, what are you saying? 7. Okay, so we're going to hook you immediately. and we're going to put Dejan in there. Montel, no, you really don't like a penalty. We won't put you on then. Alif is a decent penalty taker, I seem to think. No, he's not. Talking nonsense. We'll put you out there, and we're going to put a Corey on, and we'll go with 2 up there like that, and then see if there's anyone else who likes a penalty. I don't think there is. We'll go with that. We're going to confirm changes. It's a bit risky because essentially I'm saying we're going to get to penalties, but you know, we're also looking to press on them. They're playing 4-4-2-2. Okay, penalties. Penalties it is. Dejan, remember, he missed one last time out, so you know, not ideal, but he has got the ability to go and do it. So let's let him do it. Flores is going to take one as well. His finishing determines the fact that he really should be taking one. Nicky Cooper did well last time. He can take one for me. Chrissy Rigg looks nervous. Shut your face, lad. Go and take one. And then Coyote, just because you've stuck a transfer request in, I'm going to make you take one if needs be. Nothing about home advantage here. Nothing about that at all. Pump fists. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that at all. Hands together. Relax. Pick your spot. Don't change your mind. And that's the key to penalties, I think. Van de Weeven. You would expect him to score. And does so. Meslier went the wrong way. That's what you like to see. We are shooting into our home fans as Marmalade steps into the goal. João Rigo completely sends Marmalade the wrong way, although Marmalade told him about 15 minutes ago which way he was going. Kulusevski, can he make up for his miss against Arsenal? He can, and finds the bottom corner. You love to see it. He's delighted about that one. Marmalade makes his way into goal. Yermakov, strong player for Newcastle today. Left winger, left-footed. Marmalade went the right way, but unfortunately it snuck past him as David Okori makes his way forwards, looking to try and score to keep us in the lead. It was he ran straight at that. I mean, he's found the top corner delightfully, but I was terrified the way he didn't stop. Oh, I don't like lads with mohawks. Oh, but I'll take that. Marmalade pushes wide. McStay, sort your hair out, lad. Off you pop. Flores, can you keep us in the lead here now, son? Big day for you. Big day, and it finds the bottom corner. Superb. Really, really well done. Can Marmalade put us through? Who are Newcastle sending forward? He's taking his time, whoever it is. There he is, Grosso. No idea who you are, son. Hopefully you're going to miss, though. That would be ideal. Straight away, steps forward, but finds the bottom corner. No danger. Not sure who he's pointing at, but he's unhappy. Marmalade steps away. Meslier walks back in. Up comes Nicky Cooper. Solid game from him at centre-half, and he's got a penalty in him. Can he do it for us? He absolutely can. Nicky Cooper sends us into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, and you love to see it, but we have absolutely done it the hard way in true Spurs style. Fantastic result, outstretched arms. Well done, lads. Good win for us. That puts us into the semi-final of a cup, and you can't shirk it. You absolutely cannot shirk it. Remember, we've never lifted a trophy here in terms of a cup. In the entire save, we've won a couple of leagues, but a cup has not been coming our way, and that is a fantastic result for us. Win in the quarterfinals, of course we do. Send Chrissy Powell to that. Yes, everybody's not so fit, I understand. I'm looking to try and see if they're going to do the draw for us, and if they'll do it anytime soon. As once again hit our VAR. I'm not going to comment on your VAR question, Sienna. I'll leave it with you. I don't particularly like VAR all that much. I'm assuming the draw hasn't been done before. No, it hasn't. Look, it's there, unknown. Oh, by the way, we got Doncaster in the third round of the FA Cup. Let's see if they're going to do the draw before the Wolves game. If not, we will have to find out who we're going to play the next time we see each other. Everything's in terms of preparation for Wolves is still underway. Are we going to get the draw done? You'd like to think it'd have been done by now. Maybe they've waited for a Friday night draw. Let's see. It's not there, is it? It's not particularly... There we go. Okay, view the draw. We're going to start the draw, but we're going to do it a little bit faster than FM tends to like to do it. Leeds, Villa, Palace or Brighton. And we're at home. We're first out of the hat. Who are we going to play? I'd like to play someone like Leeds, ideally. And I will play Leeds. That's fantastic. Okay, so the next semi-final, it's just who's at home. It's either Palace or Brighton, and they will play Aston Villa in the opposite semi-final to ours to see who can make it to the final of the Carabao Cup, drawn by the one and only Jack Grealish, by the way. That's his job nowadays, it seems. He did the last draw. Absolutely great tie. Fantastic. Okay, right. For you and me, though, when are we going to see each other again? When are we going to see each other again? We will see each other again for the Benfica game. If I feel like this is worthy of showing, I'll show this and the Benfica game. That's massive, all right, because Benfica are well up there, as you can see, in terms of the Champions League. Because of the fact that we beat Barca, they're currently top of the shop. So another absolutely huge game. Very interested to see who's rocking about that's doing such great things for them. Krupi, well, yeah, he's decent, I suppose. Anyone else really standing out? I'm not entirely sure there is. Who's this lad here? Caesar. He looks like he could do a bit. He's only 19. He's a wonder kid. Yeah, he looks like he could be a player. Cheap. Shortlist. Maybe we can disturb them. We'll see. Okay, right. That is the end of where we are for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. I've loved that one today. I will catch you all in the next one, either when we play Leeds or Benfica, and it will be dependent on how we're doing against Leeds in the first leg. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks very much for watching and take care. Bye-bye.